WON YouTube Networks is now on Facebook. Check it out.
Live from Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois, WON Sports presents Game 4 of the 2017 World Series between the New York White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. The White Sox just one win away from another World Series title and lead the series commandingly 3-0. It is a do-or-die situation for the Cubs. There is no question about it. Their offense has been putrid. They've only scored 2 runs in the World Series. Those 2 runs, the first run in Game 2 and the second run last night. The Cubs were as close as they could get to try to make it a game, but obviously we know the story. The pitching for the Sox dominated, and the Cubs offense was just completely dead. Jake Arrieta will try to help the Cubs survive, while Tom Seaver tries to seal the deal for the White Sox. Sox and Cubs, next on WON.
I'm Paul Joya, Chairman of the State Public Service Commission. A new area code, 718, is being introduced to meet the growing demand for telephone numbers in New York City. The 718 area code includes Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Manhattan and the Bronx remain 212. For calls within your area code, you dial as usual. When calling between area codes, dial 1, the area code, and the number. There is no extra charge for these calls. The new 718 area code will ensure the telephone service we need for a growing New York.
This is J.C. Penney's $10 dress shirt. It's made of silky, smooth Ultressa polyester, a fabric many $14 shirts are made of. It has a special collar that feels soft but stays in shape, a feature many $16 shirts have. It has 7 buttons instead of 6, so that it won't pop open at the waist, a feature some $20 shirts don't even have. The J.C. Penney $10 dress shirt, probably one of the most expensively made $10 dress shirts in America.
Back at Wrigley Field, Sox and Cubs about to get at it again. It was the closest the Cubs were to making this a ball game. As many of you know, the turning point of last night's Game 3 situation was the bottom of the 8th inning, and with the bases loaded, Jason Hayward was the potential tying run. Instead, he hit into a ground ball double play that killed the rally and ended the threat. And that was it for the Cubs in that game. Tom Seaver 2-0 will go up against Jake Arrieta 1-1. 2 tremendous starters for both clubs. Here's the White Sox batting lineup. Smith, Boggs, Winfield, Jackson, Griffey Jr., Alomar, Giambi, Posada, and Seaver. As we told you, Jake Arrieta, the bearded one, will be on the mound for Chicago. He is now 1-1 so far in the postseason. This is his 5th start in the postseason overall. His area 5.90. The White Sox have a lot to do with that. I mean, they just absolutely have just torched the baseball. The Cubs defense looks like this. You have Hayward, you have Alomar Jr., you have Kyle Schwarber. In the infield, you have Rizzo, Bryant, Russell, Dozier, and catching the balls and strikes, Alex Avila. So this could be the final gamecast powered by MLB 17 The Show if the Sox win. And it will be a few weeks before we come back with MLB 18 gamecasts. It'll be totally different than before. Here's Ozzie Smith
for the White Sox. Shortstop.
Switch-hitter batting left-hander. He'll lead off the ball game here. Here we go. Game number 4 underway, and it's a base hit up the middle. Good start for Ozzie and the Sox.
In the second spot tonight, Third baseman.
So now bring up Wade Boggs, who had the day off yesterday. Big missing piece in the lineup. Chipper Jones has been hot, but I'll tell you what, he has been hotter. Wade Boggs. 3 home runs, 3 RBIs. He did all of that in the World Series Game 2 back at the stadium. Man's at first, nobody out. The infield is in, the outfield's normal. Arrieta's set at the belt. First pitch. Boggs hits it a ton. The left center. Kissing goodbye. It's 2-0 Sox. Solo farewell. He's done it again. That's the type of presence he has in the Sox lineup. A 2-run homer. And the Sox are on their way. They're up 2-0. Holy cow, what a start. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run? They Wade Boggs. This bud's for you. And folks, that was a no-doubter. That is his 4th home run in the World Series. And now here's Dave Winfield.
Batting third.
But a oohing and eyeing on that one. On the ground to short. Russell's got it. And that is almost booted, but in time for the first out of the ball game.
The right fielder, number 9.
Coming up, Reggie Jackson. Reggie, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. You look at his postseason total, pretty good. Is he in pure Mr. October form? Maybe. 1-out delivery by Arrieta is a high skyer. The other way to left field. Kiss it goodbye. So long, Phil Hall. Mercy alive, did he crush that one. And it's now 3-0 New York. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run? Hey, Reggie Jackson, is bud for you. We have to see where that ball landed. Boy, I tell you, that ball looked like it left the ballpark completely. Here it is on replay. You be the judge. Where did this ball go? Did that ball hit the scoreboard? It nearly did. Not close, but nearly did. Well, here's Ken Griffey, who has had a struggling World Series. His average at .077. He struck out 5 times last night. He's trying to get off the schneid right now. Sox with a 3-0 lead, and the Cub fans are quiet. 1 out here in the first inning of Game 4 of the World Series. Strike on 1. And Griffey does not agree. When you're struggling, you're going to be in moods like that. The 0-1. Griffey swings and misses 0-2. Oh, he just absolutely looks lost at the plate right now. 0-2 on Griffey Jr. The pitch by Arrieta struck him out. He has struck out 6 consecutive times in the last 2 games.
Second baseman, Roberto.
2 down. Roberto Alomar now the batter. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, average way up there. You see Giambi on deck if this inning continues. Sox have hit 2 home runs, a 2-run shot by Boggs, and then a solo shot by Reggie Jackson. There's a high skyer to right. But right there is Hayward, side retired. But the Sox scored 3 runs. And in the middle of the first, the Sox 3 and the Sox coming to bat. The Cubs coming to bat. Well, Joe Maddon, again, has work to do. So is his lineup. We got Hayward, Dozier, Bryant, Rizzo, Avila, Russell, Schwarber, Arrieta, and Almora Jr. On the mound is Tom Terrific, the franchise. Tom Seaver, He'll be going up against the Cubs. This is his third start. He's 2-0. The area at 1.59. Take a look at the Sox defense presented by Majestic Athletics. You have Griffey in center. Jackson. See if he's in left or right. He's in right field. Winfield's in left. Smith playing short. Box playing third. Alomar at second. Giambi at first. And catching the balls and strikes, Jorge Posada. So this Cub crowd sold out again. And this Cub crowd again disappointed with the starter of the Cubs in this game. They're down 3-0, and their offense just needs to get something going. Here's Hayward, who I could say will probably be labeled a GOAT after last night. Potential tying run and grounded into a double play in the bottom of the eighth with the bases loaded. He swings on the first pitch and fouls it away for strike one. Another foul ball. The pitch on the way. Strike three on the top corner, and Hayward does not agree. One down to begin the bottom of the first.
Batting second. Second baseman.
Here's Brian Dozier, 1 for 12 so far in this series. His average is .083, so the Sox pitching had kept him in check, the former Twin. The pitch. Line on the ground, right to Smith. Can he get the speedy Dozier? You bet. 2 down.
Batting third.
Well, here it is, the bracket.
Chris Ryan.
3 games to nothing. The Sox have had their way here in the playoffs. They have not lost a game. They swept the Angels, they swept the Yankees, and are on the verge, if they hold on tonight, of sweeping the Cubs. Chris Bryant, the struggling Chris Bryant, now at the plate for Chicago. The 2-out delivery, swung on and missed.
0-1's the count.
On the ground to Smith, right there at short. Side retired. 1, 2, 3 go to Chicago Cubs. At the end of 1 in game number 4 of the World Series is the Sox 3 and the Cubs nothing. Giambi steps in. He has had a struggling World Series.
Jason Giambi.
We begin the top of the second. Sox 3, Chicago Cubs nothing. There's a short ground ball to second. 1 down.
Batting 8th. Catcher. Jorge Posada.
Jorge Posada now the batter. Jorge had a pretty good World Series. 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, averages .667. He's had a pretty good postseason overall. Switch hitter batting left-handed. And the pitch by Arrieta. Swung on and belted high and deep to left. Schwarber going back on the warning track. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Batting 9th. The pitcher number 41.
Well, bring up Tom Seaver, who will bat. Not a good hitter. But we'll see him bat now. Again, an American League team playing in a National League ballpark, there is no DH. It didn't matter yesterday. Mike Scott knocked in 2 hits. One of them drove in a run. 1-0 on Seaver. Swing and a miss on 1. 1-1 is the count on Seaver. He looked like a top there. One delivery. Oh, 1-2. Oh, so bad a swing. 1-2. 1-2 delivery to Seaver. He strikes out. Side retired. 1-2-3 go to White Sox. We march on at the bottom of the second in Game 2 of the World Series. Sox 3, Cubs nothing. Anthony Rizzo, the batter, 1 for 11.
First baseman.
0.91 is his average.
Rizzo.
He's had a bad World Series too. Strike taken 0-1. Cub fans have to be frustrated, but so is Joe Maton. This Cub is just been so good offensively throughout the season and throughout the postseason until they hit the World Series. Only 2 runs and not 1 single home run. That is disturbing. 0-2. Another foul ball. Again, the 0-2, strike 3 on the corner. Rizzo can't believe it and doesn't agree with it. Another K for Seaver. 4 straight retired. It is Alex Avila. One out delivery. Fouled away, strike 1. The pitch. Popped him up. Shortstop ball. Taking second base ball for Alomar Jr. And there are 2 away.
Batting 6. The shortstop.
Addison Russell now be the batter. Addison has struggled throughout this series. He doesn't have a single hit. Seaver set with the stretch. The 2-out delivery. Strike 0-1. The umpiring crew you see on your screen, Joe McDonald, calling the balls and strikes tonight in Game 4 of the World Series. The 0-1 by Seaver, fouled away, 0-2. They set up away this time. The 0-2, and Russell takes it outside, 1-2. One, 2. Pop them up. This will be a can of corn for Seaver. Side retired. 6 up, 6 down. We play 2 in Wrigley in Game 4 of the World Series. Sox 3, Chicago Cubs nothing. We march on to the 3rd inning. Ozzie Smith, the batter.
For the White Sox.
Shortstop had a leadoff single to begin the ball game. And came in to score thanks to Boggs' 2 runs bomb. And he's on deck, by the way. As we begin the top of the 3rd, 3-0 Sox lead, fouled away, strike 1. The 0-1 on the ground to second. There's an out, 1 down here in the 3rd. Here comes the red hot Wade Boggs with a 2-run homer to dead left center. His last time up, and listen to the crowd. A rude ovation by the Cub faithful. First pitch to Boggs. He crashes one to left center. As has extra bases written all over. Boggs on his way to second, and he's going to be in there. He's got himself a double and a 2-hit night right now.
The left fielder, number 31.
And I'll bring up Dan Winfield.
Winfield.
That is good piece hitting by Boggs there. So now here's Dave. With Reggie Jackson on deck. D-Rock. Nothing I want on Winfield. And the pitch coming. Ground ball to second. Out, no, it pulled Rizzo off the bag, and everybody will be safe. That's going to be an error,
right
folks.
Fielder, number 9, Reggie Jackson.
And a very bad one by Dozier. So now here's Reggie Jackson, who homered to left field. A solo shot his last time up. They're going to score that in E4, and rightfully so. And Jackson will chop this one. A run will score, and it's now 4-0 on the fielder's choice.
The batter, center fielder.
Well, here's the struggling Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey 0 for 1. He has struck out 6 consecutive times. Manages second base, 2 outs. The pitch by Jake on the way. A ground ball toward the hole. Russell with the long throw. He won't get him. And Griffey finally has a hit. And runners at the corners now with 2 outs. And Roberto Alomar is now the batter. Good effort by Addison Russell, but to no avail. Griffey way too fast. So here's Roberto. Swing and a miss, strike 1. First and third occupied, 2 outs, 4-0 Sox. The run is in on a ground ball hit by Reggie. The 0-1 inside, 1 ball and 1 strike now. One and 1 is the count. The pitch. Oh, that hit him. Well, could be what happened yesterday.
Now batting.
Some hard feelings. Remember, a lot of Sox players were pitched inside, and then a Cub hitter was hit inside. But this is not what you want when you're down by a ton in a World Series game. So now the bases are loaded for Giambi, and he takes the ball outside, 1-0. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-0 is the count. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle, that'll score a run. The ball is booted, nobody will run, and it's now 5-0 Sox. And that hit by pitch
number 20,
bites the Cubs big time. And the bases are still loaded. And the batter now will be Jorge Posada. It'll be up to him to try to drive in a couple of runs. Tom Seaver is lurking on deck. Ryan Dunsing is warming in the Cubs bullpen as we speak. Posada at the plate, 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch on the way. Swung on, the ball gets away, and nothing will happen. It's a strike, 0-1. 5-0 Sox. Cubs are trying to get out of this one. The pitch by Arrieta. Down low, 1-1 on Posada. The 1-1. High drive. Deep to center field. Back is the outfielder. Still going back at the wall, and he makes the catch. Posada just missed a grand slam by 2 feet. And the Cubs get out of it. They surrender 1 run, middle to third. 5-0 Sox. Well, here's Kyle Schwarber, who's really struggled in this World Series, as many of the Cubs have. He only has 1 hit in this series overall. Tom Seaver back to work now, nursing a 5-0 lead. Fouled away, strike one.
D-Rod.
0-2 now on the swing and a miss. Well, he's setting up inside again. Whoa, he got away with that one. 0-2 now. The pitch. Ground ball, another foul ball. Boy, he's pitching him inside, and Schwarber, he's going to get a money pitcher. Will probably drive it if he gets that, keeps getting it the way he likes it. He won't get it. Swing and a miss, strike three. Another K for Seaver. There's one down here in the third.
Batting 8th, pitcher, Jake Arrieta.
Well, Jake Arrieta, he's nothing to sneeze at. He is a great hitting pitcher. And he's hitting in the number 8 spot here tonight. Amore Jr. is on deck. He's batting in the number 9 hole. In the postseason, he's been tremendous. 5 and 8. His average is way up there. Better than any Cub hitter that's playing in the postseason right now. That tells you something. Down the right field line, but foul for another strike. The 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Another K for Seaver, 2 outs. He's come up with some big heat tonight, hasn't he, folks? 2 down, and here's Almora Jr. 2 for 9 in this World Series. His average at .222. He hits it foul, strike one. The 0-1 on the way. Fouled away left side. 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 on Amore Jr. And the pitch on the way, another foul ball. Oh. Oh, 2. Popped him up behind the plate. Could be an easy play for Jorge. He's there. He makes the catch. Side retired. Another 1-2-3 inning. Pitched by Tom Seaver. At the end of 3, game number 4 of the World Series for Wrigley is the Sox 5 and the Cubs nothing. Tom Seaver, the batter.
Leading off for the White
He's
Sox.
0 for 1. Struck out his last time up.
Tom Seaver.
We're in the top of the 4th in game 4 of the World Series. Sox lead the series overall 3-0. They lead this game 5-0. 0-1 on Seaver. Now it's 0-2. On the way. Struck on and missed. He struck him out. Another K for Arrieta. Second time that Seaver struck out. And now it's 1 down here in the 4th. And now the top of the order comes up, and Ozzie Smith will step in. He's 1 for 2 here tonight. One out delivery to Smith. Line down the right field line. Hooking to the corner is an extra base hit. Smith will easily scoot into second base. A stand-up double. Boy, did he rip that one. So Ozzie's on in score position for the second time.
Third base.
A solid base hit. And I'll bring up Wade Boggs. Boggs 2 for 2. A home run, a 2-run shot. And a double his last time up. Will they take a chance to pitch in? The answer is yes, it looks like. So here it goes. Outside, 1-0. You wonder if Arrieta or the Cubs want any part of Boggs. Perfect 2 for 2, a home run, a 2-run shot, and a double. His absence was felt, but the Sox still won. That's inside, but it's a strike. 1-1 to the dismay of Wade. He did not like the call. There he is talking to the umpire. Not happy with that one. The count is 1-1. One out, one on. The 1-1. Swung on, line to deep left field. She is gone. Holy cow, that ball left out of here like a bullet. On a train, his second two-run homer of the night. Wade Boggs absolutely putting on a show, not only in this World Series, but throughout the postseason. And it's now 7-0 New York. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Wade Boggs, this bud for you. That ball was smoked, and it was destroyed. A line drive, no doubter. And Brian Dunsing is coming in. That's it for Arrieta. He's out the game quickly. And Dunsing is in. That was a line drive, no doubter smoker, if I ever seen one. And now he'll be facing Dave Winfield. Boy, Boggs absolutely put it, just making people, he's making people's eyebrows just raise. There's a base hit in the right center. And Winfield is on. And now bring up Reggie Jackson, who homered earlier today as well.
Right fielder, Reggie Jackson.
Reggie has hit the home runs the opposite field throughout the postseason. Has not hit one to deep right for quite a while. He lines on the right. That's going to be another play. What a play by Rizzo. He not only robbed a base hit, he doubled up everybody. Middle of the fourth, Sox lead. Well, what a play by Anthony Rizzo.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
To double off Winfield. That ball was just smoked off the bat of Reggie Jackson. Instead of a base hit, it's a double play. That's deep to right, but foul. Whoa. He would like to get that one back, but he won't possibly. Out the middle, base hit, center field. And Hayward has the Cubs' first hit of the game.
The second baseman, number 2, Brian Dozier.
Now Brian Dozier will now be the batter. That was a good piece of hitting by Hayward. So here's Seaver with the pitch. He hits Dozier, and you knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. Remember, a Sox batter got hit earlier in the game. So there's some hard feelings between these two. Cubs not liking the fact the Sox are clobbering them in the series. But you somehow knew this was going to happen. Look at Chris Bryant and Posada talking to each other after the hits battered. And that's inside. Well, in a game like this, you got to be careful what you do. Again, that's inside. I don't know what Seaver's thinking now, but he's behind 2-0. He hits it on the ground over the head of the second baseman in the center field. A Rolo score. It's 7-1 Sox. Helping him Anthony Rizzo. And that's the third run of the game of the series for the Cubs score. How about that? He fouls that one back, strike one. The pitch on the way is there for a strike two call. The 0-2 to Rizzo up high, 1-2. Well, Seaver all of a sudden losing some control. Another foul ball. They set up inside, and it works. Popped up. Right at home plate for Posada. 2 outs.
The catcher, number 13, Alex.
Helping of Alex Avila, 0 for 1, popped out back in the 2nd inning. He pops it up, the base side for Bonds. The infield fly rule is in effect. There's your out. 2 outs.
Batting, shortstop, Addison Russell.
Well, here's Addison Russell. 0 for 1, popped out back in the 2nd inning. He lines it, base hit through a hole. Here comes a run, here comes the throw, not in time, it's 7-2. Russell gets off the schneid for the Cubs. And all of a sudden in this game, where it's do or die for Chicago, they have scored more than one. It's 7-2 for Kyle Schwarber. He pops it up in the deep right. Reggie going back. He's there, side retired. But the Cubs scored 2 runs and leave 2 men on left on base. End of 4. Sox 7, Cubs 2. Okay, Griffey Jr., the batter, 1 for 2 with a single.
Center fielder number 24.
His last time up.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Carl Edwards Jr. in the bullpen for the Cubs. Dunsing back to work, fouled away, strike 1. The 0-1. A little chopper towards the second baseman, Dozier. He got his man, 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Roberto Alomar now the batter. Roberto, 0 for 1, hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. That's when the hard feelings began to come back between both of these clubs. Roberto now batting on the right side of the plate. High drive in the deep left field, fair. It is gone, so long farewell. A monster shot for Roberto Alomar, and it's 8-2 New York. Holy cow, did he bash that one? And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Roberto Alomar, this bud's for you. That ball was destroyed. Mercy. And it stayed fair. 443 feet to Waveland Avenue. And now here's Giambi.
Now batting, first baseman, Jason Giambi.
The pitch on the way. A little chopper right to the catcher. There's an out, 2 down.
The catcher, number 20, Jorge Posada.
Here's Jorge Posada now batting on the right side. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out twice as well. Sox 8, Cubs 2. We're in the top of the 5th inning of Game 4 of the World Series. Chopper foul on 1. The 0-1. High fly ball. Well hit in the right center. Back go the outfielder. Still going back to the track to the wall. And it's caught, side retires. But not before the Sox get a humongous run off the bat of Roberto Alomar. We're halfway through. In Game 4 of the World Series, Sox lead it 8-2. We're not going to pause for station ID.
Carlton Fisk calls all my pitches. Even this one for these washable, durable White Sox placemats from your hometown Pizza Hut restaurants. Oh, yeah. Just order any Pizza Hut pizza and get a set of 2 White Sox placemats for just 89 cents. There are 4 White Sox placemats in all, and they're available only at your hometown Pizza Hut restaurants. Hey, what's that?
Fork ball.
Fork ball? I don't even have a fork ball. Where'd you learn to catch?
I'm Phil Rizzuto for the Money Store, where we can help make your dreams come true. Can you imagine what you could do with $5,000, $10,000, $50,000? You could pay off all your debts, invest in business, or use the money for anything you desire. Imagine anything you desire. Want more information? Call the Money Store toll-free. In New Jersey, dial 800-672-1001. In Connecticut, dial 1-800-842-1105.
Please. Bench hitting for the
We're going to have a
Cubs.
new pitcher come in,
30.
and which means a pitch hitter will come in. John Jay. We're in Game 4 of the World Series, bottom of the 5th. And the Sox lead 8-2. Yours truly, Jonathan Rios. Glad you could join us for our live and pre-recorded gamecast here on WON 9. Into right field. That'll be caught for the first out of the inning.
Center fielder, number 5, Albert Almora.
Albert Almora will be the batter. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Sox 8. Cubs 2. Popped up. Infield again. Who's going to get it? It'll be Jason Giambi with the out number 2 catch.
The right fielder, number 22.
Celebrate of Jason Hayward, who will probably be labeled as the GOAT of this series after last night. Seaver not wasting any time. He's going to throw the first pitch foul away. If you missed last night's gamecast, Hayward had the bases loaded. He was the potential tying run. His club was down 5-1. And he grounded into a double play in the 8th. And that was it. Ground ball past the dive of Ozzie. In the left center, and Hayward is off.
The second baseman, number 2, Brian Dozier.
How about Brian Dozier? First pitch to Brian, in there for a strike 1 call to the dismay of Dozier. Dozier 0 for 1, hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. He's inside again, 0-2 with 2 outs and 1 on here in the 5th inning. Dozier pops it up. Posada's got this. He makes the catch, side retire. 1 hit, a man is stranded. We have played 5 here at Wrigley. A Game 4 of the World Series. It's the Sox 8 and the Cubs 2.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs, number 6, Carl Edwards Jr. Leading off for the White Sox, the pitcher, number 41.
Tom Seaver, the batter,
Tom
going up against the new
Seaver.
Cubs pitcher, Carl Edwards Jr. No relation to the NASCAR driver, by the way. Seaver swings and misses, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1 on the way. 0-2 now. It'll be an 0-2 to Seaver. The pitch by Edwards Jr. And Seaver struck out 3 times in a row. 1 down.
Now batting.
And the top of the order comes up now. Ozzie Smith,
Smith.
2 for 3 with a double and a single. And the red hot Wade Boggs is on deck. We got some action in the Cubs bullpen, by the way, as well. The pitch on the way. Down low, 1-0. Sox are just a few innings away from capturing another world title. Can you believe that, folks? They didn't win this many championships when they were in Chicago. The 1-0. Line to right for right at Dozier for out number 2. And here comes the red-hot Mr. Bond.
Now batting.
3 for 3 with a double and two-run shot. Here was his last one. And this ball left out of here in a heartbeat. A line drive bomb, a no-doubter for Wade Boggs. His 4th RBI driven in. He has had himself an incredible postseason, but most importantly, an incredible World Series, and it continues. Deep drive to right. So long, farewell. 3-homer night for Mr. Boggs. 4-house time, baby. Holy cow. What a series. What a postseason. Sox lead it 9-2. And fans, once again, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Mr. Wade Boggs, this bud for you. That ball was a batting practice pitch. Mercy alive, what a shot. And the Boo Bears are out, and here's Dave Winfield.
Dave Winfield.
My, oh my. This one fouled away, strike 1. Second game in this World Series, he's gone deep 3 times. Another foul ball for Winfield. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him outside, retired. For Wade Boggs makes history again. A 3-homer night. And this one was no chippy. Middle of the inning. Sox 9, Cubs 2 in Game 4 of the World Series. Well, here's Chris Bryant, 1 for 2 with a single back in the 4th inning.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Into deep left field, down the line, toward the pole. Foul. That would have been home run number 1 for the Cubs. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 9-2. Sox lead the Cubs, and now it's 0-2 on Bryant. But all eyes are now going to be on Wade Boggs. Twice he's hit 3 home runs in 1 game. Can there be a 4th home run in a World Series game? We shall see, but first, Brian will take a seat for strike 3.
First baseman number 44, Anthony.
The batter now be
Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo, who's also struggled in this series. He's 0 for 2 tonight, struck out back in the 4th. One out delivery, strike, 0-1. Chipper Jones has hit 4 home runs in 1 postseason game, and that was earlier. But we're talking about World Series. That'll be something else. Popped up in the infield. Who's going to get it? Who is going to get the ball? It's going to be Boggs. 2 down.
The catcher, number 13, Alex Avila.
Alex Avila now the batter. If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. The big story, Wade Boggs, for the 2nd World Series game, has hit 3 home runs and could be breaking a record if he has the chance to bat in this game. No baseball player has hit 4 home runs in a World Series game. That's something to keep an eye on. That's a base hit to left field. It is 9-2. New York White Sox lead the Chicago Cubs. The Sox are wearing their home unis, which they sometimes use for alternate, but because this could be a special occasion, they're wearing them on the road. Well, here's Addison Russell. 1 for 2 tonight, singled back in the 4th inning. Into right field. Can of corn for Reggie. Side retire. One-hitter man is stranded. We have played 6 in game number 4 of the World Series. Time is running out in Chicago. The Sox lead the Cubs 9-2. Here's your line score: 9-11-0 for the Sox, 2-5-1 for the Cubs. You heard me, 2 runs. More than any other of the games they've done and played here in the World Series. Joe Madden is going to make a double switch here, so we'll see who's going to pitch, but also who's coming out to play the defense.
Your attention, please. These changes for the Cubs. Now pitching and batting in the 6th spot.
Pedro Strop will come in to pitch.
Pedro Strop. Now playing shortstop and batting in the 8th spot. Number 9, Javier Baez.
And Javier Baez will come in for Addison Russell. Meanwhile, Reggie takes the ball outside, and a lot of boos for Strop, who has just had a god-awful World Series. And that is no exaggeration. The 1-0 to Reggie. Oh, he was aiming for a Lansdowne Street. 1-1. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. And you hear the frustration from the Cub fans. 2-1 on Jackson. Strop is set. The pitch. Fouled away, and I think Reggie would love to get that one back. He knows he missed it. 2-2. The pitch. Now the count is 4, and they're struggling. Ken Griffey Jr. on deck. And the fans are booing Strop big time. The payoff pitch. Got him swinging. That would have been for 4. 1 down.
Center fielder number 24.
Well, here's Ken Griffey Jr.
Griffey Jr.
Griffey 1 for 3 with a single. Nine to 2 Sox lead. They are just a few innings away from holding up another championship trophy. Griffey lines it up the middle, base hit. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game. So indeed, he's gone off the schneid on a game that really counts. A game where they could clinch another world title.
Baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Roberto Alomar now the batter. Roberto hit an absolute bomb to left field last time up. He's now batting on the left side of the plate. Well, he's trying to hit the ball out of orbit there, not with that pitch. 0-1. Alomar 1 for 2 with a solo home run back in the 5th inning. The 0-1. Ripped to right, but fouled. He knows he missed it. 0-2. The 0-2. Ripped but foul again. Boy, he just stood alive on that one. That was a chopper that just beat him to the punch. It'll be an 0-2. And the pitch. High drive! Deep to right center field. That ball is gone. So long, farewell. He's hit one out again. 2-run shot, and the Sox hit double digits. Then they're up 11-2. And once again, fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Here, Roberto Alomar, this bud's for you. Well, he has hit some home runs that have been absolutely hit out of sight. No question on that one. Let's see where it landed. Into the exit concourse and right. That's home run number 2 of the night. Now here's Jason Giambi.
Jason Giambi.
This one hit the other way to left center. That's hit a long way to the warning track, and a center fielder, Amara Jr., is right there. Boy, that ball just kept on carrying.
Jorge Posada.
And now there are 2 outs, I believe, for Jorge Posada, who's had a tough night, 0 for 3. And there are 2 outs. 11-2 Sox lead here in the 7th. Line to right field, but right there is Hayward, side retired. But the Sox score 2 more runs. This time off the bat of Roberto Alomar. It's time to stretch here in Chicago. Sox 11, Cubs 2 in Game 4 of the World Series.
Leading off for the
Kyle
Cubs.
Schwarber 0 for 2, struck out back in the 4th inning.
Kyle Schwarber.
Sox are just a few outs away. Oh, that could be the first one. Deep to right. Back is Reggie. And the Cubs have just hit their first home run of the World Series. It comes off the bat of Kyle Schwarber. It's now 11-3 New York. And the Cub fans, despite being down a ton, have something to cheer about. Kyle Schwarber goes deep. It is hard to believe that's their first home run of the World Series. If you're a Cub fan, you certainly hope this is the start of something to rally back and start one of the biggest comebacks in World Series history. Well, we shall see. Javier Baez now the batter.
The batter, number 9, shortstop.
Takes a strike, 0-1.
Baez.
And this crowd all of a sudden alive, despite being down by 8 runs. That's popped up, foul ground. Toward the corner, and foul. Or did Reggie catch it? He did not. 0-2. The pitch on the way. Ground ball to short. Picked up. There's out number 1.
What do you want? I want to do you live.
Center fielder, number 5, Albert
Well, I'm doing the game.
Almora.
Sorry. Yeah.
Here's Almora Jr. 0 for 2. The pitch. Strike taken, 0-1. The pitch. To Boggs. Another out recorded, 2 down.
The right fielder,
Sox
number
are 7
22,
outs away from another World Championship.
Hayward.
And Jason Hayward will be the batter. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Seaver's pitch count starting to rise. Popped up the base side for Boggs. Can of corn here. Side retired. The Cubs have their first home run. But they're down by a ton. End of 7 in Game 4 of the World Series. Sox lead 11-3. We're now going to pause for station ID.
Fry here.
LaRussa here. Are you ready for this year's Busch Crosstown Classic?
No, I'm just admiring this year's Busch Crosstown Classic display.
I see it too, Skipper.
Real handsome. Oh, thanks, Tony.
I meant the display, Skip. What do you think of the mug?
Oh, you mean the free Busch Crosstown mug fans get when they buy a case of Busch beer?
Yeah, Jim. You look real good next to it.
Tony, you never look better yourself.
The New York White Sox are just 6 outs away from another World Series. Can you believe that? We start the top of the 8th of Game number 4 of the World Series for Wrigley. Yours truly, Jonathan Rios. Sox lead 11-3 and lead the series overall 3-0. In what has been a one-sided series, and I think everybody has been surprised by that. A one-sided series against the Angels, a one-sided series against the Yankees, and now a one-sided series against the Cubs. If you're a Sox fan, you're happy. If you're the opponent, you're not happy. If you're a baseball fan or a critic, you have to be disappointed by the opponents the Sox have been facing. They have done nothing offensively. And the Sox are just 6 outs away from sweeping the entire postseason. Swing and a miss, strike 3, another K for Seaver. Doesn't matter what he's doing at the plate. What matters is what he is doing on the mound. 3 earned runs, but 5 strikeouts, and he's still in the game instead of Jake Arrieta. We now go to the top of the order, and Ozzie Smith is now at the plate. And Wade Boggs lurking on deck, looking for a chance for history. Chopper foul, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Line to left field. Caught by Schwarber, 2 outs, and here comes the moment you were waiting for. Mr. Wade Boggs, who has gone deep 3 times and has a chance to do something nobody has done before. Hit 4 home runs in a World Series game. Here was his last home run, his last time up, and it was a no-doubter. Into the seats and right, and here he is again with the bases empty. And now 2 outs for Boggs. Inside, 1-0. Dave Winfield is lurking on deck. Pedro Strop on the mound. The game and the at-bat all in his hands right now. 2 out, bases empty, 1-0 is the count. The pitch on the way. Base hit up the middle. Well, he won't have a 4 home run night, but he's going to have a perfect 5 for 5 night. A tremendous night for Mr. Wade Boggs.
The left fielder, number 31.
What a way to finish off the season. Traded after the injury to George Brett, and he is fit in for the White Sox. Sox are going to have a tough decision. Do they bring him back or bring George Brett back? One of those guys will not be coming back, I can tell you that. There's a foul ball, strike 1. Winfield grounds it to first, and Rizzo's got it, side retired. One hit, a man is stranded. We move on in the middle of the 8th of Game 4 of the World. Brian Dozier, the batter, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch his last time up.
Brian Dozier
takes a strike, 0-1. He did not last time up, but earlier in the game. Now he's back in the 5th. The Sox are 6 outs away from the championship. Can you believe that? I've said that so many times, but yet here they are again after last year's disappointment in 2016. Or was it 2016? No, it was 2015. The Sox have a chance to go back-to-back. Something they have not done in a long time. They won back-to-back championships in 2010, 11, 12, 13, and 14. It stopped at 15 when they were eliminated in the first round. They won last year and on the verge of winning the 2017 season this year. It would be their 7th title as the New York baseball team. Popped up, foul ground. And I know you live streamers and gamers, as that's called, are probably saying to yourself, a New York team.
Now batting.
The Sox play in Chicago. Yeah, that's true. But in his games, since we have legends all over the place, the White Sox play all their home games at Old Yankee Stadium. That's why they're called the New York White Sox. For those who leave comments down and say stupid things, you now know why the Sox are called the New York White Sox. That's popped up into right field. Easy play for Jackson. Thanks to catch. Yes, I have had so many dumb comments on YouTube and Facebook 44. About that.
Anthony.
But if you buy your video game, you get to play anywhere you want. And when you get to play at any stadium you want. There's no rules of what team can play at what stadium as a home team. All the home games for my White Sox play at old Yankee Stadium. And that's the way it'll be for a long time. Popped up. Shortstop ball. Can of corn for Alomar. It was second base ball. Doesn't matter. Side retired. The Sox are 3 outs away from winning their 7th World Championship. End of 8. Sox 11. Back in Chicago. Beautiful night here in the Windy City. Here in Game 4 of the World Series. And Urihara will come in the pitch as we begin the top of the 9th inning. And if you're a Sox fan or a Sox player, you're probably saying to yourself, let's just get the 3 outs quick so we can try to go home and celebrate. Sox 3 outs away from title number 7. Oh, 1. It'll be their 7th title as a New York team, their 9th overall as a franchise. What a remarkable run by this franchise. Reggie hits another one deep to left. Kiss it goodbye. It's out of here. So long farewell. Well, there's the icing on the cake. Mr. October with his 2nd home run of the night. And the Sox now lead 12-3. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Reggie Jackson, this bud's for you. And folks, another opposite field home run by Reggie, you bet. Here it is again. And nobody bothered the move either. That's his 2nd home run of the night. And now here's Griffey Jr. A lot of Sox fans here at Wrigley on their feet. Griffey lines another hit. A 3-hit night for Ken Griffey. He definitely got off the schneid. And he's on with a 1-out hit.
Up next for the White Sox.
Actually, a no-out hit, not 1-out. Where'd they get the first out from? Well, here's Roberto Alomar, who hit a 2-run bomb his last time up to right center. Man's at first. A runner's in. And nobody out. There's another line drive. Into the gap in right center. There's a base hit. Both runners will be in scoring position. And still nobody out here in the 9th inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jason Giambi.
Jason Giambi now the batter. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out here in the 9th inning. And the pitch. Ground ball, foul, strike 1. Oh, 0-2 now. Nobody out, 2 on. A run is in on Reggie's home run. The 0-2 to Giambi, he struck him out. 1 down here in the top of the 9th inning.
The catcher, number 20, Jorge Posada.
Jorge Posada will be the batter. The infield is in. The outfield is normal. 1 out, 2 on. The pitch on the way, and Posada crushes one to deep center field. That ball is over the head of everybody. 2 runs will score. Posada to second. He's out. It's 14-3.
The pitcher, number 41, Tom Seaver.
And now there's Tom Seaver. He hits one up the middle, and he has himself a base hit. How about that?
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
So now here's Ozzie Smith. Man's at first, 2 outs, a couple of runs in here in his inning. The pitch. He hits it on the ground toward the hole, and that's going to be out number 3. Side retired. Here we go. The Sox 3 outs away from title number 9, 7 as a New York team. 14-3 their lead.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning for the Cubs.
It all comes down to this. 162 games played. A ton of baseball played in the postseason. And it all comes down to this, the final inning of what could be the final inning of the 2017 postseason campaign and season. The Sox 3 outs away from title number 7 as a New York club. They're 9th overall. First pitch popped up in the infield, second base side. Roberto Alomar is there. He makes the catch. That's out number 1, and the Sox are 2 outs away from a world championship.
Koji Uehara. Your attention, please. Bench hitting for the Cubs.
We're going to have a pitch hitter, Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras
will come in to hit for the bullpenner. Uehara. One out, nobody on. Seaver looking to complete this game big time. Fouled away, strike 1. 14-3, Sox lead. The 0-1 with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Now to count as Seaver is at 78 pitches. 79 will be coming up. The count is now 0-2 with 1 out. The Sox lead 14-3 and are just 2 outs away from title number 7 as a New York team, title number 9 overall. The pitch. Popped them up, foul ground, Posada dives, can't get to it. The at-bat continues. The 0-2 underway. Deep to left. Boy, and Russell crushed that one, making Contreras. It's gone. Wilson Contreras saying the Cubs are not out of it yet. A solo shot prolongs the celebration. It's now 14-4. Well, when you hit a ball that hard and that high, man, that ball was destroyed. He knew it too. You saw him clap his hands the moment the ball left his bat. That ball was destroyed in the left field. That is home run number 2 in this game. The first one by Kyle Schwarber. And then the second one just now by Wilson Contreras.
Left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Speaking of Schwarber, here he is. Now a 10-run deficit for Chicago. A pop fly to left field. Winfield under this one. He'll make the catch, and the Sox are just 1 out away from crowning themselves as world champions.
Shortstop, Javier Baez.
Javier Baez is the final hope. You play 162 games, and you hope you get to this point. Well, the White Sox, for the 9th time in their history, their 7th time in MLB The Show, are up to that point. Here we go. 2 outs, bases empty. Baez the batter. The pitch. Line pass Bonds into left field. Cubs still have a pulse.
Center fielder, number 5, Albert Almora.
Well, let's take a look at that base hit. So the celebration is prolonged at the moment. Almora Jr., the batter. In a ground ball to short. Ozzie with the throw, and the Sox are champions of baseball again. Can you believe this? Title number 7, overall number 9. The Sox are 2017 champions. They've just won the World Series and have swept the entire postseason. They swept the Angels, they swept the Yankees, and now they sweep the Cubs. A dominating postseason performance by the entire club as the White Sox are champions of baseball for the 7th time as a New York team in the show and 9th overall. How about that?
Well, folks, that's going to do it for the 2017 White Sox coverage here on WON Sports. Thank you so much for joining us here this season. In just a few days, we'll bring you the 2018 White Sox here on WON Sports. Until that time, this is yours truly, Jonathan Rios, hoping your game is a good game. Thanks for joining us throughout the 2017 campaign, powered by PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 of MLB The Show. Once again, the New York White Sox have won the World Series and are the 2017 World Champions. So long from Wrigley Field, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday against the Blue Jays.